Hello, my name's Sam and welcome to my channel, So Let's Sparkle with Sam. And today's video is a little bit different from me. So it's a challenge video and I've come to talk to you all about a brand new challenge from my lovely friend Bex, who is What Bex Sews, and it is so bold. You are so bold. You are going to so boldly go or boldly sew. I love it. So when Bex first said about the new challenge, I was like, yes, sign me up. Yes, please. I'm in. Thank you very much. And of course, what I did was I double booked myself. It's one of the things I'm extra specially good at. So you have double whammy Sammy today. So you've got two videos from me today. You have got my sparkly sewing bee synopsis, and you have also got this So Bold episode. So yeah, don't forget to go and watch my sewing bee after you've watched this one, or vice versa, you know, whichever one you're watching. It's lovely to have you here. My name's Sam. I love to talk about everything fabric, sewing. Yes, I'm definitely a fabric fanatic. I love to sew. I love sewing confidence. I call myself a sewing coach, and yeah, I love everything about sewing. So if you do too, then don't forget to give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. So let's talk about the challenge. Honestly, I'm so excited about this challenge because it's literally got me written all over it. So bold can mean a lot of different things to different people. So I'm just going to talk about how I'm interpreting this challenge. And I know that Bex is an absolutely lovely lady, so however you interpret the challenge, I'm sure will be absolutely fine. So it is an Instagram challenge, and the idea is that you sew up a garment or bag, either or, garment or bag in bold fabric. So you can use a bold colour, a bold print, you can use a bold trim, you can use bold buttons. You post it on Instagram. So the second thing you have to do is post it on Instagram. So you do need an Instagram account. You post it on Instagram anytime throughout August. So now, if you like, if you're done, like I am, then you can post it now. And as soon as I have finished doing this video and uploading it and it's come out to you, I will be doing that as well. So if you wait till the end, I'll go through how I am going to post it onto Instagram. Anytime throughout the month of August. You need to do two things. So you need to tag at What Bex Sews, and you need to use the hashtag SewBold2026. So when it's asking you to tag, you need to make sure you tag Bex in the picture. So you've got a lovely picture of you in your bold outfit, and then when you click on the picture, you'll be allowed to tag in the picture. Find Bex, tag her in. Very important. That makes you eligible for, you know, maybe winning one of the prizes. So Bex has got lots of lovely sponsors this year for the challenge. You could win some lovely fabrics from First for Fabrics. You could win something lovely from her shop Jazz and Wow. You could win something amazing from the Fabric Obsession, Beyond Pink Door, Bornella, Ellie and Mac, Rainbow Fabrics, and many, many more. So yeah, that is very exciting. So nearly 4 minutes in, I've not talked about what I'm doing. So let's get on with that. As you can see, I have sewn bold. So I think as a sewer, bobbin wangler, fabric fanatic, whatever you want to call us, I don't mind as long as it's polite. I just think as you get more confident with sewing, then you tend to sew more bold than you would generally. So you might go into a ready-to-wear shop, you know, a high street shop, and you might think, oh, you know, that's probably a bit too bright for me. But for some reason, as soon as you sew your own clothes, you go, oh, all the pretty fabrics. So I tend to be fairly bold, and also I love bright colours. Bright colours suit me. So I tend to go quite bold anyway. And so what I thought I'd talk about is one of the things that I do a lot when I'm working with bold prints and bold colours is I let the fabric talk for itself by making a simple canvas for it. So I'll do a very, very bold print, but with a very, very simple pattern. And the pattern that I'm using, and I'm going to be going through how I made my top in this video, so stay tuned if you want to find out how to do a burrito on the Ashton top, because I'm doing that for you here. So what I'm using is the Ashton top by Helen's Closet. So the Ashton top by Helen's Closet includes 2 size options. There's a B cup pattern from sizes 0 to 22 and a D cup pattern from sizes 12 to 30. Now I am actually a 10 in the D cup. So what I do to make the Ashton top fit me is that I actually use both patterns. So I've downloaded both size options, and then I simply put the 12 bust dart over the size 10 pattern piece and use that dart on the 10 pattern piece. So everything from here upwards is the 10, and anything from down here downwards is the 12. And that's how I do it. Because yeah, I need the small, I'm very small here, and then obviously I need more room, and that's how I make it work for me. But I love using the Ashton top as a simple canvas for bold prints because it's just such a lovely simple design. It's fully faced, so it's fully faced on the inside. It's got these lovely large straps, so it is very bra friendly. Everything is covered up neat and tidy. It fits me lovely under the arm, and yeah, and as you can see, yeah, absolutely brilliant. It is faced, so you've got a faced hem, so it is all lovely and neat on the inside as well as the outside, and it is an absolutely wonderful pattern to sew, and it means that you can showcase all of those fun bold prints using a simple pattern. And yeah, and you know, if you're feeling less bold, then you can just pop a cardigan over the top, and then when you're in with all the right people, ta-da, you can be bold. You can wear it with, you know, simple trousers and a bold top, and just be bold whenever you want to be bold. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you to a few days ago me when I was making this top, and I'm going to be talking about the label that I popped in, and I'm also going to be, it's not a full sew along. I'm going to be talking about how I do the burrito method, and then yeah, and then I'll see you here after. So I think an interpretation of bold can be brave, and a little bit wild. So, I mean, I am just loving how much this little label is talking to me while also clashing with this crazy print. And I just love it so much. So it had to be this little rosy cheeks, be brave and a little bit wild label. I mean, when I had the choice of all of the ones in my label keeper, this was the one that got it. Okay, so one of my favourite things about the Ashton top is the fact that this lovely burritoed facing, and it just makes everything lovely and neat. So what I've done so far is I've sewn the front and the back together at the shoulder seams, and then I've done the same with the facing. I put the facing right sides together on top and then sewed around the neckline, and then sewed the neckline. So there you go. So it's all nice and neat. And then the next thing that I need to do is I need to burrito. So I'm going to lay it all nice and flat so you can see, and show you exactly how the burrito works. So the idea is that what you need is that you need to have this right side touching the right side of this facing. So what you have to end up with is this line here lining up with this line here. And the way that you do that is that you roll up this side, so roll this nice and tight so it's out of the way, and then you can flap this piece over here and this piece will come on top like that. So you've got that piece on top of that piece and you've got everything else in the middle. And then line up your shoulder seams. I like to do that first. Then you'll be able to line up your other notches and line up all the way along here and pin and clip all the way along. Make sure that all of this is staying out of the way, and then you can just sew your seam as you would normally. So I've sewn the seam and now I'm just going to get my good old trusty pinking shears and trim that down. Now for the fun bit. So one pull through, and it's, as you can see, it's all attached. So you'll just want to go and give that a really good press and top stitch if you want to, or understitch if you prefer. I think on this, because it's such a busy print, I think I'm going to top stitch it. And then now you need to do exactly the same on the other side. So again, it's about making this right sides meet this right sides. So we're now rolling this side out of the way. Roll, roll, roll. Flip your facing out and line it up. Get some clips. There's a nice big one. Actually, I might get a smaller one. It's a bit too big, that one. And then if you find that this is getting in the way, just roll it nice and small. And then line up and pin again. So I have sewn the other side and I have pinking sheared that side. Sorry, I didn't video that for you because it's just started raining. We've not had any rain for weeks and weeks, and I've just started filming and it's just decided that it's going to rain. So yeah, cool. So the same way as we did the other one, pull it through and ta-da, as they say. So now you've got that beautifully faced arm size, beautifully faced on the other side. Turn it over. There's my little Be Brave label on the facing. So now you go and give it all a really, really good press and then sew the side seams. I don't know about you, but I am absolutely loving the way that this is coming together. It is looking exactly like I wanted it to. Sorry about that, my doorbell rang. Had to go and see what was going on. So what I am doing is I am now putting the side seams together. So we just clip in the side seams, and you clip the side seams of the front and back and the facings at the same time, and sew all in a one go. And then do the other side. I might as well clip both sides and sew both together rather than clip one and then clip the other. Make sure that everything, it's really important that the facing bit is lined up properly so that you don't get any kind of bulky bits. And again, Helen's closet patterns are pretty good, very good, I would say, and always line up nicely. Now, I haven't bothered to pattern match through the side seams because I didn't have enough fabric to do that. But I've kind of gone boxes as much as I can. So there we go. So I'm going to go and sew that now. So before I finish it, I thought I'd just give it a quick try on, and I am really happy with how it's fitting under my arms. And yeah, and I just love the placement of this strip down the middle. Yeah, and bust is all fitting nicely. There's a little bit of room in it, which is great because I think this cotton may shrink a tiny bit more with washing. I have washed it, pre-washed it, but I think it's probably likely to shrink a little bit. I find with this weight cotton it does sometimes. So yeah, and I love it. So all I've got to do now is I've got to top stitch the sleeves. I'm going to hand stitch the facing down and then pop the facing on to the hem, and then I'm all done. So I will see you in a bit. So I hope you enjoyed that and now know how to burrito. And if you ever need to burrito any kind of little top with a facing that's the same as this, you can use that method. And I do find it's so simple and easy and makes a lovely finish. But I just need to talk you through my reasoning behind using this lovely fabric. So this fabric came from the lovely knitting and stitching shop. I'll pop all the details down below. And the reason that I ended up with this fabric, it's actually a quilting cotton. And I bought 2 meters of it to make, no I didn't, I bought 1.5 meters of it to make my label keeper. And as you can see, here it is, my gorgeous label keeper from Adam Sews, and I love it. And it keeps all of my labels in, and it's all nice and neat and tidy. And the idea of this label keeper is that you can make subsequent pages, so you can make extra pages to put all of your labels in. So I had bought 1.5 meters of this fabric to make the cover and then also to make the pages inside. However, when I started making it, I quickly realised that actually the pages inside were going to be much better if they were a plainer fabric. So that's when I came across this gorgeous red gingham. So I've used that. So then I ended up with this kind of funny piece of fabric. But I just loved it so much. I love the fabric so much. I thought, no, I cannot let that go to waste because it's essentially scrap now. Cannot yet let it go to waste. It's so lovely, it's so bold. What can I do with it? So I made the Ashton top. And yeah, so that's my story of how I turned a piece of fabric into my lovely bold entry for So Bold. So let me know in the comments if you are going to be taking part in So Bold this year and what you're going to make. So once you've made your garment and you're ready to post on Instagram, make sure you've taken your pictures, go over to Instagram, load them all in your normal way. Think of something witty to put in the caption, then go down to where it says tag people. Then it will ask you to click on the photo. You click on the photo to tag. You find what Beck sews. She then appears in your photo. Then you can go on and finish your Instagram post and share with the world. And there you're done. And you have your entry for So Bold. Good luck. I have actually got one other entry that I'm planning to put into So Bold, but I am going to be talking about that in my Little Bit of Sparkle episodes throughout the month of August, because I'm going to be making those. I've actually, it's one entry, but 6 things. Now that's bold. So yeah, but let me know what you're up to, and I hope you find lots of time to sew. You take care. Don't forget to sparkle. Bye for now.